6th league game of the year, and it feels like this could be a turning point for one or both of these teams. We'll see how it unfolds. Underway at the WVU Coliseum, round 2, the second all-time meeting between the Buffs and Mountaineers. And visiting Colorado's won the opening tip. This is Kendall Wetta with a pass down low to Sarah Rose Smith. Back out in a long trigger, Leor Garzone misses. Loose ball off the rebound, scooped up by Kyah Watson for West Virginia. Across to JJ Quinerly, and the All-Big 12 first-teamer opens the scoring.
Love that from JJ Quinerly to start the game. She's been a bit slow these last couple of games, so to get out and run and extend that defense is great.
Mountaineers immediately pressure, and the Buffs able to break it. Jade Masagayo with the basket. She's in the starting lineup, along with Frida Foreman, who we mentioned is the leading scorer for Colorado, 13.9 points per game. But Meg, it was Masagayo who had a terrific showing against these Mountaineers last time. Jordan Harrison, JJ Quinerly, Sydney Shaw, Kyah Watson, and Kylee Blacksten, the starting 5 for West Virginia. It's been that way throughout most of the season. Mountaineers come up empty on that possession, and then right away, the Buffaloes give it away. Sarah Smith almost with a takeaway there at the top of the arc. This is an interesting matchup between Smith and Watson for West Virginia, two players who lead their team in rebounding. Here's Jordan Harrison, the shifty point guard for WVU. Now to Sydney Shaw, the transfer from Auburn. Out to Quinerly. 4 on the shot clock. The mid-range jumper is in from JJ Quinerly.
Colorado, fortunately, forcing West Virginia into bad shots the last 2 possessions, able to get rebounds, get them out quick. As you see Jade Masagayo inside, that's where I want to see her go to work. Those mid-range jumpers, that's fine. That will come later in the game. I want to see her go to work. Make West Virginia have to find an inside defense to guard you.
6'3" junior has 4 points for the Buffalo. J.R. Payne in her 9th season at Colorado, 16th season as a head coach. She told us earlier today, Meg, that on this Buffalo's team, there's not really a dominant player, but there's a ton of good players on the roster, maybe more than she's ever had. Harrison in the corner. Wetta drops back, giving Harrison some space. Now a baseline drive from Watson. Has it poked away, and the Buffs come away with it.
Great help and rotation there from Colorado. Kyah Watson thought she had the lane, but there was just a help and a help the helper.
The grad student from Minnesota, Naimir Du, will shoot 2 for Colorado. Du's second free throw is good, and the Buffaloes early in this one are doubling up the Mountaineers 8-4. Meg, what about your keys for the Mountaineers to bounce back from that loss to Oklahoma State?
They need to execute offensively. I think their shot selection has been a bit off. They get more possessions a game, generally about 10 than most teams. They have to make those possessions be valued, and they have to keep their foot on the gas for 4 quarters. And their 2 losses, they've had the lead and let teams come back in deficits in the second half, as Harrison is going to hit a 3 from the outside, and Mountaineers only trail by 1 now.
First basket for WVU in about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Colorado had scored 6 unanswered before that to take the lead. Here's Du at the elbow. Wetta, quick passing to the corner to Smith, and she gives it right away to JJ Quinerly. Mountaineers have the 2 steals leader in the Big 12. Quinerly's one of them, and Quinerly goes coast to coast. Quinerly now with 49 steals this season. That's second in the Big 12, trailing only her teammate Kyah Watson, who entered the game with 50. Good drive by Sanders, but an offensive foul. First touch. I mean, it is a great, great scene tonight at the Coliseum, Meg. Nick Farrell, Meg Balger, Angelica Trinone with you on Country Night at the WVU Coliseum. Backdoor cut pass to Kyah Watson from Kylee Blacksten. Basket and the foul for WVU. Watson is West Virginia's leader in rebounds and steals. Misses the free throw. Quinerly tries to grab the board, and she'll keep possession. 8 unanswered for WVU over the last 78 seconds in this game. The Mountaineers and Buffaloes have started hot this season. Successful first quarters for both of these teams. Some really strong basketball from both squads in the early goings here. But one note for Colorado: in the first 5 minutes of the game, Meg, 5 Buffaloes turnovers that were converted into 5 West Virginia points.
And that's something you know you might give up against West Virginia. You got to maybe spot them, those 20 to 25 points off of turnovers. But when you can come down and work your offense like this, get shots in the paint, that's going to benefit Colorado, because you're almost know for certain they're going to get their points off of turnovers. Now, certainly 5 is too many. You need to clean that up here moving forward.
Quinerly thought about it from the top of the arc. Now it's around to Sydney Shaw, and she traveled with it. The Mountaineers want to play a complete game tonight, Meg. 40 complete minutes of basketball. That's what prevented them from winning at Colorado and at Oklahoma State Saturday. Massagallo with the bucket down low, and we're tied at 12 each.
Yeah, I love that inside game there with Massagallo. But to your point, Nick, that's something that West Virginia, you can't think big picture, big goals. We gave it up in the third. We're giving up deficits in the fourth. It's going to be a travel there on JJ.
Frida Foreman with it. Now around to Dew and Smith. Working around the arc are the Buffaloes. Here's Kendall Wetta. Foreman, her first open look. She hits it, and the Buffaloes lead.
22 against West Virginia in that first game, as we mentioned.
Quinerly tries to answer. She can't. Rebound Buffaloes. Foreman is one of the top 5 3-point shooters in terms of percentage in the Big 12 Conference. Her team is on a 7-0 run, has hit 5 field goals in a row. That streak snaps after Smith misses. Passes deflected.
And try to match that 3. I've seen West Virginia do that a lot this season, and sometimes you might have that shot, but there's going to be a better one if you work it around. And right on cue, thank you, Dew. And she has such length. She's difficult. She's guarding Quinerly right now. She has such long arms. She can extend and really defend, but only 31% shooter from 3, so knocking it down early for Colorado.
Jordan Thomas, the freshman for WVU, was stuffed on the other end. 12-0 run. A 4-point West Virginia lead disappears, and it's now an 8-point lead for J.R. Payne's Buffaloes. The Mountaineers are trying to avenge an earlier loss to Colorado. This is round 2 between the two programs. West Virginia lost by 5 before Christmas out in the Rocky Mountains. Right now, it's looking a bit dire for WVU with a lot of basketball still to play. Buffaloes on this possession have a chance to take a double-digit lead over the number 20 team in the country. Wetta driving baseline. Passes deflected. Massagallo has it. Dew in the corner. 2 dribbles and a tough drive by Naimir Dew.
Nothing left to do but foul, as Dew is still getting the shot off on that right side.
Over 80% on the year from the free throw line. And it is now a double-digit lead for the Buffaloes, 22-12 over West Virginia. $14 unanswered for the Buffaloes over the last 3 minutes. Harrison can't get it on the board for the Mountaineers. Tipped out by Kyah Watson.
Kind of fading away, almost expecting Colorado to come out with that length and maybe block it or at least contest it, but she's not staying in her shot.
That's a gift there from Colorado. Massagallo lost it to the Big 12 steals leader, Kyah Watson. No JJ Quinerly out there for West Virginia, but Sydney Shaw.
Didn't think Colorado would get another possession.
Garzone up to Massagallo, did not get it off in time, but the Buffaloes, Nick Farrell, Meg Bulger, Angelica Trenone with you. And Meg, we really enjoyed our conversation earlier today with Coach Payne. Such a unique situation. Her husband, Toriano Towns, is the associate head coach. They've been in basketball together for years and years and years, and it's clear that their sort of calm mentality. Mountaineers continuing to press. Smith with a skip pass up to Foreman near midcourt. Mountaineers have the trap, and they take it away. Here's Quinerly to Woodley. No good, but she's fouled and will go to the line.
And able to get the foul called.
First free throw is good. CeCe Riviere also just checked in for WVU. Woodley, 2 for 2. 10 Colorado turnovers. West Virginia makes its money forcing turnovers. Top 5 in the nation in turnovers forced. Second in steals per game. But that is basically a 4-point swing there, Meg, as Smith is able to convert after Quinerly missed the breakaway layup. So it's back to a 4-point lead for Colorado.
That was an incredible offensive rebound and getting to the other side where the opening was to finish there by Smith.
Another interior pass that goes astray for WVU. Foreman, the leading scorer for the Buffs, to Massagallo. Inside, can't put it up and in. tie up on the rebound.
And go around Riviere, but enforcing her to take bad shots. So I think it's important for Riviere to stay in the game and be underneath.
Back underway here, under 3 minutes to go in the first half. West Virginia has not scored in 4.5 minutes. Harrison scoops it up and in, and that ends the drought.
Cheat in on her.
Quick note, Arrow stays with Colorado because there was a foul on the inbound pass after the previous held ball. Now the Arrow has switched. Colorado keeps possession here, gives it right away. JJ Quinerly, one of the best defensive players in the Big 12. Harrison, back to Quinerly, tie game. 3 ball from Sanders, in and out. And a foul on the rebound committed by Grace Oliver. Blacksten, the former Buffalo. 6 Mountaineers who have scored in the first half. Second free throw is good, and West Virginia leads by 2. 4th lead change in this ball game. It's also been tied 4 times. Right now, West Virginia is in front, and the Buffaloes have thrown it away.
Yeah, absolutely. They can set up in that press. Colorado's not ready for it. They're getting it stuck on the sidelines, exactly where West Virginia wants to put them. And with Kylee Blacksten back there, that length is really disrupting things on the sidelines for Colorado.
The first quarter belonged to the Buffaloes. The second quarter belongs to West Virginia for now. A minute to play until halftime. Shot for 3. She hit it.
And they're doing a nice job. They're starting to trap there on the baseline. So the right pass out to Garzon. West Virginia wants to leave that wide open out there.
Riviere hits the deck and takes it away. 16 Colorado turnovers. The Buffaloes have scored just 2 points in the second quarter after scoring 22 in the opening period. And now it's the first team All Big 12 honoree, JJ Quinerly, who will help West Virginia with the final possession in the first half. Shot clock is dark. 6 seconds left off the screen from Riviere. Now to the corner to Shaw, another 3, too strong. Tip in from Woodley is good at the horn. 2 more quick notes on JJ Quinerly. She needs 9 more points for 9th all-time, tying Donna Abbott with 1,656. She's also had at least 2 steals in every game this season, except for 1. The first meeting against Colorado, she had none. She's got 5 in round 2. And the second half has begun in this second meeting between the Mountaineers and Buffaloes. And the Mountaineers open it with a turnover. They've got their original starting 5 on the floor. That's their 9th turnover, but remember the Buffaloes committed 16 turnovers in the first half against the team that leads the Big 12 in turnover margin. Colorado had just 19 turnovers in the first meeting between these squads. Masagayo, quick to the bucket. She scores her first basket since the first quarter and has 8.
That was great patience from Masagayo. Foreman cuts. If she's there, you get it to her. If you draw help, then Masagayo can take it. 2
straight turnovers for West Virginia. Can the Buffaloes convert again? Kendall Wetta across to Frida Foreman for 3. She got the roll. Foreman, one of the top 3-point shooters in the Big 12 Conference, now has 6 points, and it's a 1-possession game. The Buffaloes, who made just 1 field goal in the second quarter, score 2 in the first minute of the third. Mountaineers go 1 and done after 2 consecutive turnovers. Chance to tie or take the lead here for the visiting Buffaloes. It's a tie-up.
That's exactly what her team did in the second quarter, and it got them in a frenzy. She said the message, take a deep breath, keep your eyes up, and that offense will come.
Good stuff, Angelica. Thanks. Here's Foreman again for 3. She hits, and the Buffaloes have the lead. Frida Foreman, the grad student from Denmark, with back-to-back triples.
Here in this second half, maybe knock down a shot or 2, looking to get this scoring a little bit more balanced for West Virginia.
One thing that Colorado does have is a bit of a size advantage in this matchup. The Buffaloes don't really have any player that towers over the opposition. They do have 9 women who are 6 feet or taller.
Yeah, the length. I mean, you can see that between Smith inside, Masagayo, they just have length that takes up so much room. And right on cue there, Kyah Watson able to knock it down. You draw Smith inside, and here she is with the steal.
Watson stole it and can't score it. Dew might have got a piece of it. West Virginia will keep possession here, though. Smith fell.
You can still see her in your eye line and knocks it down.
The basket from Watson is West Virginia's first in the third quarter. Also the 6th time in this game the lead has changed. Quinerly misses. Blacksten gets the rebound and scores it. Her first field goal. Mountaineers trap. Watson with a steal, but it's a tie up first. The arrow favors West Virginia, so the Mountaineers will get the ball.
On the ground, Kylee Blacksten able to stay with the play and go back up for a second chance opportunity.
Jordan Harrison receives the inbound pass, gets it back from JJ Quinerly on the wing. Here's Quinerly. Now Shaw, who's hit 3 threes in the ball game. This one a short 2, and she scores it. Sydney Shaw is the first Mountaineer in double figures. The Buffaloes lost possession for the moment. Michael McConnell, Brenda Pantoja, and Natasha Kamey, the referees for tonight's Big 12 contest. By the way, that's the 6th steal for Quinerly. Her season high is 7. Career high is 8. Last season against Cincinnati. There's Jordan Harrison with a drive.
Too fast, but great job of Jordan Harrison hanging in the air there and leaning in to draw the foul.
Those powerful dribbles at the line from the junior. From the foul line. Off the back of the rim, then the front of the rim, and rebounded by Quinerly. Quick tempo here from West Virginia. Harrison kicks it to the corner to Blacksten, the former Buffalo. Great entry pass to Watson on the cut. 7 points for Kyah Watson, and it's the largest lead of the game for WVU.
I love that play. Quinerly cuts hard. You could see Coach Kellogg telling her, cut to the basketball. She draws 2 defenders. Kyah sees the opening. That's exactly what you need to do on the offensive end from West Virginia. That's just, you can't draw it up any better than that. West Virginia in the 2-3 zone these past couple of possessions.
4-minute 3 from the corner is a bit too strong. Sydney Shaw rips down the rebound. Here's Quinerly splitting 2 and scoring off the glass. And a timeout taken by Colorado.
So right now, Colorado, if you get a stop on West Virginia, the way this game has been going, you have to score. You have to value this possession and score on the stops, because you cannot allow them to get into that pressure and force more turnovers. They're too effective offensively when they've been doing that.
Sanders is open and steps into one, misses the 18-footer, tipped around, and eventually scooped up by West Virginia, and that means the Buffalo scoring drought now exceeds 4 minutes and 30 seconds. They had a 5.5-minute scoring drought to end the second quarter and went into the locker room down by 7. Can West Virginia add to its double-digit lead? Shaw working off the screen from Watson, and that's her 4th three-pointer of the game. But that was out west. This one is in West Virginia, where the Mountaineers have yet to lose this season. They're 9-0, looking to go 10-0 at home. The scoring drought is over. First action and first bucket for JoJo Nwori, the senior from Nigeria.
And Coach Payne said she wanted to get Nwori into this game, get some more minutes. She's so capable. She's coming off an ACL, hasn't played in nearly 2 years, so just trying to get her minutes has been difficult, but that's a great confidence boost, getting in and hitting a shot when your team needs it the most this game.
Shaw with another 3. Sorry, Meg, she's fouled on it and will go to the free throw line for 3 shots here. The membership roll there for Sydney Shaw. Makes the second. She'll get 1 more here. But neither of those teams is having a quality season. Now the Buffaloes will set up their offense. Mountaineers on an 18-2 run over the last 5 minutes in this ball game. Smith to the low block. Now to the other side to Nwori, and she scored on back-to-back. Woodley steps into it, now kicks it out to Harrison. Under 10 to shoot. Patience here from the junior point guard. At the elbow, 3 to shoot. Quick drive to the hoop. And she stepped out. Number 11 for WVU back into the game with 11 points. But she hits the deck there. Sanders kicks it to Nwori. Steps into one. 18-footer is good. JoJo Nwori.
Wide open right now. You're saying, okay, she's not going to hit another one. Let's make her beat us. Let's make her beat us. And on that possession before, as Quinerly's going to go with the miss here, Foreman gets the rebound. That's why all the help went to Smith and left Nwori. You're thinking, she wasn't really on the scouting report, hasn't played too much, but now you have to adjust that and recognize that she's making a difference.
Buffaloes can hold here for the final shot of the third quarter. Chance to cut it to a single-digit deficit before the final period begins. Foreman to the elbow. Got it. A true swish from Frida Foreman, 11 points, and that'll do it for the third quarter. West Virginia led by 15 just 2 minutes ago. 6-0 run to end a third quarter that at one point was dismal for the Buffaloes, but was salvaged late. And now it's a 9-point game, a 3-possession game as the fourth period begins. Nick Farrell, Meg Balger, Angelica Trinone with you on ESPN+. The fourth quarter begins with a Buffaloes turnover and Mountaineers steal. Woodley can't convert it on the other end. It's a tie-up. Quinerly baseline right to bring it in. Shaw, who leads West Virginia in scoring with 17 on the night. Now across to Kyah Watson in the key. Back out to Quinerly. She wants to drive it. Quinerly up and over a defender, and she scores 65-60 in the inaugural meeting between the two programs. It's been a theme for Coach Kellogg all week since losing to Oklahoma State. With another dismal fourth quarter, the Mountaineers have to play a complete 40 minutes tonight to earn their fourth Big 12 win. These are 9 critical minutes, not just in the game for WVU, but maybe in the season.
And this is when small goals become so important. You can't think of it as one quarter as a whole. What happened at Oklahoma State? What happened at Colorado the last time? Good shot from Quinerly as you see her taking the lead. Exactly what Coach Kellogg wants to do, or wants her to do, excuse me. But you got to go, okay, let's get this 5 minutes, get to the media. Then there's the next 5 minutes.
Terrific defense by Woodley. She finds Quinerly, who has to kick it all the way back out to Shaw. Watson has it on the wing. 8:30 to go in the game. Quinerly driving again and scoring with the left. JJ Quinerly, 17 points. One basket away from moving into sole possession of 9th place in career scoring all time at WVU. The Buffaloes had it down to a 9-point game, but West Virginia. She's also got 6 steals in the ball game as well. Nwori, deep three. Doesn't connect. Rebound West Virginia. Mountaineers lead by 15. The Mountaineers lead by 15. They forced 25 turnovers in the game, converting those into 31 points. Quinerly, a tough take to the rim. No good, but Blacksten is there for the putback. Here's Kendall Wetta. Inside to Nwori. Down low to Smith. Rejected by Blacksten.
Again, hangs around that play. Smith gets behind her. She doesn't rush over to foul or allow Smith to make a move, just plays it perfectly and gets the deflection.
This fourth quarter feels different than the one in Colorado back in December. Quinerly will go to the free throw line. Quinerly needs one more point to match Donna Abbott's career total, and she's now tied for 9th. Second free throw is good from Quinerly. Sole possession of 9th place. Inside to Masagayo, who was excellent in the first quarter but has been cooled off since. Dew has it stripped away by Sydney Shaw. Great defense at the foul line. Shaw, open look. Just short. Scrapping for the rebound is Sydney Woodley. Off the window and in.
And Woodley has just played strong. Every time she's came into the game, she's made a difference.
Smith tries to clear some space and score with the left hand, but she can't. It's a 21-point West Virginia lead. And the Mountaineers might feel that they can really start putting this ball game away. Watson inside to Blacksten. Got it to go.
I'll give it to her. Merry Christmas. That's hers every year.
Who's in 7th place all time, by the way, so JJ will be gunning for her next. Johnson down low and scores the first basket of the fourth quarter for Colorado. 63-42 the score. Here's Harrison. Pops it back out to Blacksten. Thought about a three. Driving in and scoring. West Virginia outscored it 16-2 in that period to take a 7-point lead at halftime. It's 16-2 in the fourth quarter for the moment until Sanders scores the second Colorado basket. Quinerly to Shaw, and she scores. 19 points for Sydney Shaw. One away from a season high. Sanders to the low block to Johnson. Another Colorado turnover. The Buffaloes have turned it over 28 times against one of the best defensive teams in the nation. Mountaineers top 5 in the country in steals and turnovers forced this season. But this game has been an above average in terms of turnovers forced. Watson a three. Everything's falling for WVU as Kyah Watson is the fourth Mountaineer in double figures.
Yeah, and you can feel the panic mode here from Colorado. It's a team effort. I think the entire game, it was a game of runs. You couldn't really put a pulse on how this game was going to go, but I thought that the way they came out in the third quarter, and especially the fourth quarter, put a stamp on it with JJ Quinerly coming out with 6 quick points. I just thought that kind of emulated what West Virginia is looking to do. Have balanced scoring, team effort, but JJ, when we need you most, take us home.
Harrison a three. Truly, everything is going in the fourth quarter for WVU. The Mountaineers have hit 6 of their last 6 field goal attempts. Meg, to that point, how important was it for West Virginia to have a performance like this coming off that fourth quarter setback against Oklahoma State?
They had to, because you lost the way at Oklahoma State, the way you did at Colorado, by giving up a big lead. So after a while, it could become a trend to them in that fourth quarter, so you have to not let up. You have to keep the pedal to the metal, and West Virginia's definitely responded that way.
Great shift tonight from JJ Quinerly, tied for a game-high 19 with Sydney Shaw. West Virginia with a much-needed Big 12 victory. The Mountaineers have been unbeatable here at the WVU Coliseum, and that trend continues. WVU improves to 10-0 at the Coliseum this year, 14-3 overall, and 4-2 in Big 12 play as Mark Kellogg's Mountaineers get their revenge against J.R. Payne's Buffaloes, 73-46.